why'd you do it like this? Great. My lords and ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy NegroYasha.
How about your boy?
Rolling once again with my good friend Kendra.
Asian K back in the building.
A couple of announcements before we get into this. Number one, we are both back on with the podcast Hybrid Remix. So we'll be doing a lot more stuff when it comes to wrestling, and I will try to do some more when it comes to uh, anime conventions and whatnot. Hopefully, this will lead up to the return of my podcast, which is NegroYasha's Corner, somewhere down the line, going into October, which is the anniversary of NegroYasha's Corner. Actually, I believe it is going to be the fourth or fifth anniversary of NegroYasha's Corner. I gotta go back to Instagram and check on that. But right now, we're about to do a live stream reaction to something that Kendra has never seen, and that is the main event of WCW's Bash at the Beach 1996. The hostile takeover of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and a mystery opponent, a mystery partner, versus the WCW contingent of WWE Hall of Famers Sting, the late great Macho Man Randy Savage, and the soon-to-be Hall of Famer as of this year, for this year's WrestleMania, the Total Package Lex Luger.
Which is well deserved.
If you guys like what you see here, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me what was your favorite WCW match of all time? Who was your favorite WCW superstar and why? And of course, let us know how you feel about wrestling today.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Tonight here at the 1996 WCW Bash at the Beach, an event like no other in the history of professional wrestling is about to take
So pretty much bring you up to speed on what happened in the story. Scott Hall came in, did a lot of disruption, and then one night on Monday Nitro, their Monday night event, their Monday night show, they had Kevin Nash come in. And pretty much at, I believe it was the Great American Bash, they attacked Eric Bischoff. Kevin Nash jackknife powerbombed him off the stage into a table.
Whoa. That's crazy.
And now it comes to this, the main event of Bash at the Beach 1996, the pivotal moment in wrestling history where everything changed.
For you Red Bull drinkers out there.
Yeah, sadly we're not being sponsored by anybody, so, but yeah, that's just a plug. Pretty much this is one of the new flavors of Red Bull, which is Pink Edition Wild Berries. I think I've seen this one before, but when you get a chance, check it out.
I'm trying it because,
And then of course, I'm going to be partaking in the new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
Which thanks to him, I'm addicted to.
Here we go.
This tastes like a Starburst energy drink.
As you can see, there are only two. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the
See, some people know him as Scott Hall. I knew him as Razor Ramon. And it's interesting how they doing a hostile takeover because didn't they come back when it was Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash and Razor Ramon? Didn't they come back and did another hostile takeover?
No, they just returned to WWE as the NWO.
Yeah, I call that a hostile takeover personally.
Can't really call it a hostile takeover if, really, they didn't do much.
Yeah, I don't know what Vince was
I'm
thinking.
gonna tell you what, the third guy, this is bogus. Wait a minute here, Gene Oakland? What's Gene doing?
That's crazy.
Gene Oakland is...
You don't even
Gene
know.
Oakland is going to the ring. He's going to find out who this third guy is, I guess. Well, he's in that conversation now with Michael Butler. Everyone wants to know. That's what it is. Absolutely. And we need to know. Right, go, Gene. Go. Yeah, there you go. Gentlemen, if I can have your attention, I don't have police protection with me at this time.
What?
But I want to confront you in front of this full house here at the Ocean Center and millions of others across the country and around the world. I don't see three men here tonight. Where is your partner?
You know Scheme Gene, Chico, you know too much already. All you need to know, little man, is he's here and he's ready.
Wait, did you just call him little? Well, he is little.
Where is he? Is your partner
I wouldn't say
telling me
little.
that
I would say
your
vertically
third
challenged.
man is in the building?
Oh, he's here all right, Gene. Let me tell you something. We got enough to handle it right now, right here.
Oh, come on.
Oh, man, I'm going to tell you
Come on.
They cannot handle that three guys.
Yeah, okay, let's send three out and just kick their teeth in and get over with.
There you go.
And here comes their opponents.
Did they scam us?
I don't know.
Now, I'm going to tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go into business. Yeah. Yeah. You know, as well as I do, that's me.
Bad intentions going on here.
WCW. Level, but we've seen it happen before.
Wait, is that real sand?
Yep.
They really want to do Bash at the Beach with real sand.
And they actually did, I think, in 1994, 1995.
Wait, it's over.
They actually did it. Yeah.
Because of Sting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sting, I love you for that.
But yeah, I think it was 94 or 95. They actually had Bash at the Beach at an actual beach.
Now, see, that makes more sense.
And the main event for one of them was Hulk Hogan defending the WCW World Heavyweight Championship against Vader.
Wow. Side note, I don't know what's going on with Hulk Hogan. It seems like he's doing a major life crash out right now. I don't know what's going on with him. He is just off the rails at this point. Shout out to Hulk Hogan for everything that he's done, everything that he contributed to sports entertainment, but Hulk Hogan needs to sit down somewhere now.
There is bad intentions. You're right. Sitting in right here at the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach.
Wait, it's only two, but who's number three? Who's the third guy?
They said the third man is here, but he is not in the ring, which means he's either in the stands, he is still in the locker room area,
Behind us.
or behind us.
Security is everywhere. Tony, could he be sitting next to us?
No,
Forget
I don't even know. I don't even. I trust
This is the
no one.
first time I've ever seen Lex Luger with makeup,
But I'm not the third guy.
All right.
And he doesn't look bad in it. I think he
Let's
looks
get this going here.
dope.
That is so true.
I think he looks dope.
All right, here we go.
And the thing is, I think it was Sting that painted their faces.
I could tell. And he did a good job.
Both men are in the ring here.
But look
We talked about this.
look about your man, oh my god.
Is it going to be a wrestling match or a war?
What, the clothes matches his tights.
Here we go.
But he would have the legendary bandana on his head, though.
I'll tell you what, I'm still saying that bad intentions going on. This whole hand has not been dealt. The hand has
Oh,
not
he
been dealt.
smacked him. Ooh.
All right. The outsider's getting his right hand, and I mean, this
No,
is
it's true. Because that's Lex Luger, correct? Fighting right now.
Yeah.
I'm starting really to believe that as you get older, you do start shrinking. Because He looks taller there than he does now currently.
Well, the thing is, there were some rumors that he was taking roids. So,
Really?
but the other thing is that I think he suffered a spinal injury, which is why he was paralyzed.
Right. That's what I figured. And that's what it is, yeah. But with anybody with you know, scientific fact, with bone density and everything like that, you do shrink a little bit.
Yeah, now pretty much he's trying to get back to regular walking before the Hall of Fame, and the guy helping him with that is fellow WWE Hall of Famer Diamond Dallas Page.
And side note, Lex Luger is married.
Is he?
Yep. He recently got married. So you might see his new wife at the ceremony. Congratulations to the newlyweds.
I'm gonna have to check up on that later.
For Lex Luger, standing over Lex Luger, his tag team partner, longtime friend and business associate, but the man who also took him out. The man who
They already got a stretcher already?
Luger's out.
Already? What the hell? Oh my god. You think, did they do that on purpose to even the odds?
But it was Sting, and I don't know if we're going to be able to ever show a replay of this or not. It was Sting who came across with the Stinger Splash. Luger got crushed, and Sting took him down. Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, so he accidentally did the Stinger Splash on Lex Luger.
Boom, Sting hits the big guy, crashes into Luger, who got crushed.
Oh my god.
I think I understand what happened. Sting went in for the Stinger Splash. Nash had Luger face down. His head was still on the bridge of the turnbuckle on the post. When Sting hit Nash, must have sent so much force to Luger, banged his head, and now he's knocked out from the steel.
Oh, that's not good.
So now, for right now, it's a 2-on-2 match.
They talked about the hostile takeover. Yeah. I guess they're trying to take them down one at a time. Absolutely. And we're missing one of our big guns right here. I always had my feelings about Luger.
Oh yeah, he's out. He's out. He's out.
The two big men, they have taken him out.
But who knows?
Go by the name of Nash.
Someone might actually be the cavalry for one of these teams later.
The outsiders have now evened up the
And
score.
Kevin Nash, he still looked the same.
To conquer, to systematically destroy WCW, if it has to be one man.
The white
Not really, actually. He his hair, he cut his hair last I checked.
He did?
Yeah, unless he grew it back.
No,
But it's
I
still
mean-
white. It's white now.
Yeah, I know, it's white. I'm just saying, like, the face structure is still him. You can tell it's him. Hands down, you can tell it's him.
Matter of fact, I'm not sure. I think he might have his own podcast. I'm not sure.
Oh. But The Undertaker has his own podcast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 6 Feet Under podcast. Shout out to the dead man.
They're gonna keep Savage down. They don't want that man to get up on the street. He's crazy.
And the big guy is here, Nash. Well, serving up to the top turnbuckle. Jaw City. That time, right on top of him, just takes his foot and dastardly pushes him over. Boy, he is a powerful man. Yes, he is. Big guy. He is really powerful. You cannot take that away from him. You cannot be in for a fight, don't you? That's exactly what we're in for.
They said the third man is still in the building. Where is
It's
he?
so crazy how they actually have actual beach sand at Bash at the Beach inside the building. Do you know how much effort it is to clean all that up?
Honestly, I would love to see. I would love to see WWE's NXT actually do a Great American Bash from a beach. Yeah, try to make the Great American Bash an outdoor event since it's in the summer.
That would be the best thing on earth, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
And actually make it a pay-per-view.
Let me think about it. WWE has done it outside. When they did WrestleMania, when Rhea Ripley was champion, that was 39, correct? That was an outside thing, right?
Every WrestleMania since 24 has been outdoors. 25 is the only other WrestleMania that wasn't outdoors.
Sting walked right up to it. Savage is hurt. Now what happens if Savage I tell you, we're done. We're done.
And actually, the first outdoor event for WWE, I believe, was.
Everything's at stake.
Oh yeah, it was in the 80s, I believe. Like 80s going into the 90s. I believe it was when Pat Patterson became the very first Intercontinental Champion.
Nice.
I'll tell you what a big, strong.
But for WrestleMania this year, this will be the second time they'll be in Las Vegas. The first time actually was WrestleMania 9 at Caesar's Palace.
So it's been a long time since they've been in Vegas. A long time. And see, I already know, just like how they do the Olympics, it's like whenever a big event like WrestleMania comes up, it's like you know cities be in bidding wars for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
And the thing is that with us, we're usually supposed to be the anniversary for WrestleMania.
Right.
When it comes to like 20, 30, 40.
Because 20 was here.
Because the original was here.
Right.
At MSG.
Right.
We only had the original.
Mm-hmm.
We had 10.
Yeah.
And we had 20. All at MSG.
Right.
29 and 35 was at MetLife.
Right. So it's like, what happened? Like, if anything, the anniversary should always go to where it started from. Like,
I don't know. Take a board and hit him over top of the head and they walk out. Gotta do something.
I mean, but I'm not gonna lie. WrestleMania 40 was in Philly. That's as close as you're gonna get.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I had no problem with it being in Philly. It was pretty much home away from home.
Yeah.
Especially since it was on the same weekend as a YCS.
Yeah, which was nuts too, because I'm like...
So, yeah, it was pretty much, okay, I lost 3 in a row. You know what? I'm going to drop. I'm going to head over to the arena. That's pretty much what's happening.
Because I got WrestleMania tickets. Okay. This is all alleged. This is all alleged, ladies and gentlemen. But I heard that the sales for WrestleMania is not doing too good. I could be wrong, because the next thing you know, the night of WrestleMania, you find out that it's sold out.
Sold out.
No, but WrestleMania 40 was sold out.
Well, of course, because that's in Philly. 1, 2, the whole story on that one was with Cody finally finishing the story.
Yeah.
And 3, the whole thing with the bloodline.
And I'm gonna say this, and people might disagree with me or agree with me. I don't think that Cody finished the story. He just started a new chapter. That's what I truly think. He started a new chapter. He closed the chapter, and he opened a new one as being champion. Also, on my birthday, which is on Monday, April 7th, Cody Rhodes has been champion for approximately 1 year. 1 year. Shout out to American Nightmare. Love him.
That's right. If you want to see our live reaction shot of that, please check out my my live video feed, and you'll be able to see night 1 and night 2 of our live stream reactions for WrestleMania 40 from last year. As for this year, WrestleMania 41 night 1, I'll be able to do a live stream from my friend's house in Brooklyn, and night 2. Normally Sundays would be my D&D day, but since night 2 is on 420 this year, you're going to be looking at the tag team that's going to be live streaming for night 2 of WrestleMania right back here at my house.
Woo!
You know, we thought when the bell rang, the anticipation of this third man would finally come to light, but the anticipation continues to grow, and simmer throughout this match. This match.
The late great Randy, don't call me Pee Wee Anderson.
Right.
That's the referee.
Don't call me Pee Wee. That was so hilarious. I'm like, wait a minute. That's actually his nickname? Right.
Yeah, he had that nickname for a long time. I guess his soul. He was one of the great referees. He's one of the reasons why I wanted to become a referee for wrestling. I always followed him. I followed Earl and Dave Hebner. I followed Mike Chioda. I followed Bill Alfonso when he refereed for all 3 major organizations: WWF, WWE, WCW, and ECW. Not in that order. And then of course there are other referees.
Yeah.
The late great Tim White.
Wait, he's dead?
He died years ago.
Oh wow! No wonder why I haven't seen him. Oh my god! Where was I?
Current WWE referee Danny Angler. Formerly senior official of TNA Wrestling, Rudy Charles. Same person, by the way.
Okay. I won't even question it. No longer.
And then of course, if I ever wanted to be like a crooked referee or anything like that, then that would be more on Nick Patrick.
Of course. See,
and what was that other referee? There was a referee in the past that he was so crooked, he got suspended as a referee, but then became a wrestler. Oh, Dangerous Danny Davis.
Okay, so he got suspended for being a referee, but turned into a wrestler.
Yep.
What was his wrestling name?
Dangerous Danny Davis.
Okay.
Yes,
Make that make sense.
He was on the take.
Little frustration there on the face of Nash. That time he.
There was a specific wrestler that he was that he played favors for, and pretty much WWF President Jack Tunney at the time, he saw it, he got tired of it, he suspended him as a referee. That's when Danny Davis said, "I love this business too much. So you know what? Screw you." I went out and got me a wrestler's license.
I thought that he was gonna do something else when he leaped off the top of the rope.
You thought he was gonna do a bionic elbow on the back of Nash's head?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I thought the same thing. So you're not the only one.
Okay, I'm just making sure, cause the way it looks.
And how everything's going right now, The pivotal moment might be coming soon.
Wait, did he just?
Low blow him and the referee didn't see it? Yeah.
And then there was one. And it was Sting.
You cannot tell me.
Hulk Hogan is here.
Whoa! Wait. That's the surprise one. Hulk Hogan?
Remember, Hogan came in WCW back in '94. He left WWF after his last match with Yokozuna in '93.
Right. That's when Yokozuna had he got that.
He won the WWF Championship for the second time from Hogan after King of the Ring.
Okay.
The first King of the Ring.
Okay. Oh, so it's Hulk Hogan. Oh my God.
This was the moment that changed wrestling forever.
So Hulk Hogan was the deciding factor in all this.
Hogan was the third man.
Whoa. So this was when really...
This was the birth of the New World Order.
There we go. Okay. That came together. Okay. You cannot tell me that being a referee in sports entertainment is not a dangerous thing. You cannot tell me otherwise. You're not going to convince me.
Hey, I've taken chair shots, I've taken kendo stick shots, I've been powerbombed, I can choke slam.
I never thought I would say that he's yellow, but he may be wearing red and yellow.
I'm not gonna lie, I truly believe that to this day, as long as I've been watching, I truly believe that the quarterback for I think the quarterback was Mike Chioda. Because I truly believe, because one thing I said about Mike Chioda ain't play that shit. He did not play that. He was always the one to be like, run that shit back. He was always the run that shit back type of guy. Because he was not with that. That's why he became the senior official. It's like everything that has been decided that was fair, it was Mike Chioda. That's why I don't like how Vince McMahon did him. I don't like it. I actually believe the reason why he did that to him was because Mike Chioda was going by the books, and Vince wasn't doing that. Vince wanted to be corrupt as all else, so his ego let Mike Chioda go.
Gene, I don't know what you think of
There
this,
we go.
man, but this has to be the absolute worst moment.
You see how short he looks compared to everybody? Oh my God, he literally had to look up to them. Literally.
Hulk Hogan, excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Wait, are they throwing stuff in
The
there?
first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
Anthony, they was throwing stuff in the ring at him.
Still are.
I have been with you for so
And
many
he let
years.
that
For you
happen?
to turn up with the likes of these two men absolutely makes me sick to my
Well, I
stomach.
mean, this was the last match, so it's like...
And I think that these people here and a lot of other people around the world have had just about enough of this man, and you want to put yourself in this group? You've got to be kidding me. Well, the first thing you got to realize, brother, is this right here is the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
Oh boy.
These two men right here came from a great big organization up north.
Shout out to them Hall of Famers, by the way.
Who the third man was.
And a shout out, of course, to the family of the late great Scott Hall. God rest his soul.
I've been there, I've done that. You have made the wrong decision, in my opinion. Well, let me tell you something. I made that organization a monster.
I was shocked when I found out he passed away. I was shocked.
I made the people that ran that organization rich up there, brother.
I met him once, and it was an honor for him to sweet
The
me.
name
It
Hulk
was awesome.
Hogan, the man Hulk Hogan, got bigger than the whole organization, brother.
And then billionaire Ted, amigo. He wanted to talk turkey with Hulk Hogan. Well, billionaire Ted promised me movies, brother. Billionaire Ted.
He talking about the $1 million man.
Ted Turner.
Oh, Ted Turner, sorry. Oh, billionaire, sorry.
Promised me world caliber matches. And as far as billionaire Ted goes, Eric Bischoff and the whole WCW goes, I'm bored, brother. That's why these two guys here, the so-called outsiders.
So pretty much he came over, he made a transition over because he was promised grandeur.
And not only
No.
are we gonna take over
Again,
the
at
whole
this
wrestling
time,
business
Hogan came in 2
with
years
Hulk
ago,
Hogan and the new blood
in 1994.
monsters
Okay.
with me, we will destroy everything in our path, Mean Gene.
Look at all this crap in this ring. This is what.
So the reason why I didn't see this was because I think that I originally started watching it
All this crap in the ring.
Very late in the attitude era.
represents these
after
fans
this.
out here.
Yeah.
For 2 years, brother.
That's why it's a shock to me about, you know, with all the things that they had with the beach and everything like that. I think that's innovative. I think it's cool. I don't know why they stopped that concept.
Because
You know,
wasn't for Hulk Hogan,
they kept the fans interested.
if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff would be still selling meat from a truck in Minneapolis. And if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, all these Johnny-come-latelys that you see
Did
out
he just
here
call him a
wrestling
mobile
with me,
butcher?
I was selling out.
Bruh, that was Eric Bischoff's old job before
To put in their car to get to high school. So the way it
executive
is now,
president of
brother.
WCW.
Wow.
Hulk Hogan
Huh.
and the New World Organization of Wrestling, brother. Me and the new blood by my side. What you gonna do when the New World Organization runs wild on you? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Don't touch me, I'm gonna play the lawyers. Bobby, Dusty, damn it, let's get back to you.
Oh damn, they still doing the stuff in the ring.
Yep.
For Bobby the Brain Heenan, for Dusty Rhodes, Gene Okerlund, I don't know.
Nobody was happy.
You go to hell. We're out of here.
And nobody was happy.
Everyone was upset, including all the longtime Hulk Hogan fans from WWF up until this point.
So basically, this is like a betrayal.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan literally betrayed the wrestling world.
So he became the Benedict Arnold of the wrestling world.
Yeah, he became a heel at that point.
Okay, that was just crazy. That was insane. That's to me, that's the crazy part, because I'm like, what I loved about wrestling then was like, it was unpredictable. Like, it was just like, you didn't know that was gonna happen. And it was just like, and after that, you know, when I started watching it and I was seeing all the negative BS that was going on around Hulk Hogan, I was always wondering why. So that was why.
Now, I'm going to take you a little bit further
Okay.
into 1998.
Okay.
We're going to watch the main event of Super Brawl 8. Let me bring you up to speed.
Okay.
Starrcade, 1997. It was the match the world was waiting for. A returning Sting
Ooh.
in his crow motif. versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Nick Patrick was chosen to be the referee for that match.
Why?
But there was controversy of a quick count. Bret Hart came out, took the reins, and became the referee for the rest of the match. And Sting won the World Heavyweight Championship back to WCW.
Yay!
However, because of the controversy, Sting was forced to give up the WCW World Heavyweight Championship on orders of the then troubleshooting consultant, the late great WWE Hall of Famer, Roddy Piper.
What? Are you kidding me?
No. But that's when Roddy Piper made the announcement. Pause this right there. That there would be a rematch at Super Brawl 8 for the then now vacant WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Sting.
Okay.
In a there must be a winner type of match.
Okay. I'm scared.
And there was a lot of craziness happening at this time.
I'm scared.
And also, mind you, this was the same event where Big Papa Pump was born when Scott Steiner turned on his brother Rick Steiner and not only had the Steiners lose the match, but lose the WCW World Tag Team Championships to the Outsiders, Hall and Nash. And Big Papa Pump joined the NWO that night.
Bro! This seems like it was all orchestrated.
So now, are you ready for the main event of Super Brawl 8?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Sting.
Oh yeah. I like this crocus
It's the
around.
wildest, most unpredictable
we go.
event of the year. Michael Buffer's turn to talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The Super Bowl.
Side note, I like when they brought him back for the Royal Rumble, the Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
Oh, the 2008 Royal Rumble that I was at? Yeah.
They should have been did that a long time ago. I'm just saying.
I mean, think about it. If Vince McMahon had the money to shut out for all these other wrestlers to come in out of nowhere and just to release them like 2 to 6 months down the road, because he doesn't know what makes a superstar nowadays. It's like you have money to shell out for Michael Buffer to call you to be the announcer for your main events.
And if I'm not mistaken, ain't he a Hall of Famer in the WWE too?
Who, Michael Buffer?
Yes!
I don't think so. I'd have to check on that. I would definitely have to check on that. I'm not sure. He might be, but I'm not too sure.
Because, I'm not gonna lie, if he's not, then he deserved it. Because he's been there for pivotal events.
Right.
Because keep in mind, you have all these other stars like Mike Tyson in there. You got freaking Muhammad Ali in there. Yo, you got Snoop Dogg in there. So, why you can't have Michael Buffer?
And mind you, this was not the music that they used for Hogan to come out to at that time.
Right.
They only added that in.
For copyright reasons.
Yes. The theme song that Hogan was using at that time for himself was Voodoo Child by the great Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. See, here's the thing about Jimmy. I love him dearly. But this is just alleged. But apparently, it seems like this is all alleged. that his family has been fighting for the copyrights of his music for years. This is all alleged. I haven't been keeping up with that since then. I haven't. But with my research, I will let you guys know that. But if they're going through these types of links for copywriting, I'm assuming that his family has something to do with that. Because, mind you, Jimi Hendrix was dead during this time anyway. But I guarantee you, if Jimi Hendrix was alive, he actually wouldn't have mind. Let alone, he probably would have performed at stuff like this anyway.
Right.
So,
and I know it's kind of messed up that I'm showing you this match first, but how about next week? Or actually Saturday, since you actually are going to be here. Saturday, we take a look at their first encounter from Starrcade 1997.
That's fine. I have no issue with that.
One man, one
And now,
will walk out with.
and his entrance to the ring. Wearing all black, he weighs 260 pounds. He is professional wrestling's man of mystery, an enigmatic superstar who marches to a different drummer. Tonight, he steps into the
I love the new Crow. I loved the Crow persona that Sting has until he retired. I loved it. I always did. It was good for him. Even though I loved him even before then. But after, it's been dope. Is he whipping him with his belt?
Bruh, there's nothing the ref can do about it.
Why?
Again, this is a there must be a winner type situation.
So that means anything, there's no DQs.
And he knows it. You're going to see Hogan fight like you've never seen him fight before. He was ready when Sting hit the ring. He wasn't ready.
I remember the words of interim commissioner Roddy Piper.
And
They will fight until one
Sting is so legendary.
we will have a winner.
Didn't Sting retire as champion, if I'm not mistaken?
Sting retired as one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions last year, and it was a happy, but at the same time for me, it was a very sad moment because I grew up watching Sting.
Yeah.
And I still never got a chance to meet him, but hopefully, if the big event in November will have him, I have, as much as I wouldn't do this for any particular person, I have no problem shelling out $200 just to get a picture with him.
It's Sting. It's Sting. It's Sting.
Using every illegal
It's
tactic.
Sting. Who wouldn't? It's Sting.
I mean, I've watched Steve Borden since I was a kid, when he had his old rivalry with Ric Flair, his rivalry with Hulk Hogan, with his best friend, Lex Luger. So many people he had great rivalries with, but yet WWE actually failed to pull the trigger when it came to him becoming world champion.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, if anybody deserves to be world champion, it's him. But you know what? He retired as a champion regardless, and I have no problem with it, and I know for a fact Sting had no problem with it either.
I mean, to be able to retire and to have your two boys there, your two sons, That was amazing. They both came out dressed as two of his past selves.
Yeah,
In the entrance. I think it was his eldest that came out as his old surfer persona, the old NWA WCW days, and his youngest son came out as the Crow slash Wolfpack Sting. It was really, really good.
I was emotional that day. It was a tearjerker.
And then, of course, the song Sting came out to was a song that he used back when he was in WCW for a time, which was Seek and Destroy by the legendary band Metallica.
See, but this is what I'm saying. With Metallica, their music has been used for many people for years. You don't hear them complaining about their shit being used.
Exactly. I mean, come on. For years, the Sandman literally used their song "Enter the Sandman" and made it iconic back in the old ECW days. And now you can't even hear that shit because of copyright from WWE when you actually see ECW's, I think it was very first, One Night Stand.
Kid Rock is another one. They use this Kid Rock's music all the time. Matter of fact, Kid Rock performed at WrestleManias and whatnot.
Yes, and believe it or not, Kid Rock actually was used for a wrestler named Kid Cash in the old ECW days when he was using Blah with Blah as his theme.
Right. Do you hear Kid Rock complaining? No. Why? Because Kid Rock is a fan.
And then, of course, WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus using Lil' Kim's song, but that was specifically made for her, so.
But still, she's able to still use it, and it's not copyrighted. Cause,
and of course, Judgment Day using Alter Bridge's The Other Side.
Right.
Rhea Ripley using a song from her favorite band, Motionless in White.
Exactly.
Which was actually made specifically for her. Great job, guys, by the way. Great job.
Side note, AJ Styles, I am glad. If you see this, I am glad that you went back to your song. Because that other one...
Yeah, by Def Rebel. Thank God WWE cut ties with Def Rebel. I'm sorry. They had a few bangers, but
that was
after that, it was god awful. They need to bring back CFOs. CFOs gave them great music.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, what happened with them? Like, what happened?
I think they cut ties with them as well. But I think it was Vince. But to be perfectly honest, like I said before, CFOs gave WWE a lot of great theme songs.
Because I think CFOs were the ones where actually made theme songs really cool.
Yeah.
They made a really, and it's like, Vince, why would you cut ties with an entity that was helping you make money? I'm just confused.
Exactly.
I'm just confused. I don't know. Because if anything...
And now Triple H is literally going for more outside sourcing when it comes to their music now. Which is actually pretty good because, I mean, with WWE making as much money, especially for house shows and for live events for like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and especially since they bumped the ticket prices up to where now that freaking nosebleed seats like over $100.
Bruh.
It's like, yeah, they can shell out enough money to actually pay for, you know, for trademark and stuff, and for the artists having wrestlers use their songs and whatnot.
And not only that, I love the fact, I always love this fact, I love the fact that the people who actually sing the songs literally come to the special events like WrestleMania and do that. I think it's dope. They did it with Triple H.
Just like how this year they're going to have Living Color return to perform for CM Punk going to the ring.
Again! But I really truly think that the reason why a lot of these bands do it, some of it is for the money, and that's for 5%. I think they do it for the love of the sport because, mind you, it's one thing with your music to have fans that are fans of your music, but to associate that with a wrestler that's been around for years and has done so much for the company, that's another whole fan base.
Yeah, I mean, look at TJP when he was in WWE. He had a song called "Playing with Power," and they actually remixed it from the Mega Man 2 Wily's Castle theme, and they made it sound so good.
And oh yeah, you know what pissed me off too? You know the trademark that Cody Rhodes had?
What,
Half.
The American Nightmare or the tattoo?
No, I'm talking about the tattoo, the American Nightmare insignia.
Yeah.
You know he got sued for that.
By who? I forgot who it was.
But you know he won. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, obviously, come on.
I mean, why? Why? He made it famous.
It was probably over some stupid shit.
I would say just sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and make the money off that shit.
Exactly.
What is the problem? I mean, it's associated with the American Nightmare, the son of the legendary American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Wow.
Going for the Scorpion Deathlock. Oh, but he's too close to the ropes.
Oh, damn. But yeah, come on, come on. Sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and just make the money. I mean, come on. I mean, I can't. That's another thing I don't get about wrestling now, is the red tape bullshit. But I feel so glad.
Oh, Steer Splash in the corner.
With the referee there. But I love the fact that a former wrestler is at the helm.
Technically two. Because remember, there's one in TKO Holdings, which is Rock.
Oh, right. And then you got
Nick Patrick. 1, 2. Now that was a fair count.
Yeah, that was
a fair count.
Right.
Because he just got reinstated back.
Oh, okay.
This night, he just got reinstated back.
Really?
Yes. Because he was on suspension because of the hijinks that he played as the NWO referee for the bullshit that he pulled at Starrcade '97 during the title match. Now Nick Patrick is doing the right thing.
He's doing a job. He's doing a good job. You know how it is. Sitting with a bunch of bumps.
And who would have thought later on in 2001, during the invasion arc of WWF, we would actually get to see Nick Patrick actually fight Earl Hebner in a pay-per-view match. Yeah, in WWF versus WCW ECW Invasion.
Right?
There was one match where we had senior referee, Nick Patrick for WCW versus WWF senior official at the time, Earl Hebner. And Mick Foley was the special guest referee.
Okay, and I can take a wild guess. Who won that one?
Earl Hebner.
Okay. Yeah, of course, clearly. Now, was it a fair count?
It's Mick Foley, of course it was.
I mean, I love Mick Foley to death. I'm not saying he hasn't never been fair. I love Mick Foley to death.
Trying to get the leverage advantage here. Basically, we got a stalemate.
I would do if I was standing on my back to the east and kick to the
But I knew that was going to happen because
Down. Strokes on the hands.
because them two couldn't stand each other. They couldn't stand each other, which I didn't blame because Nick Patrick was just like everybody couldn't stand him. Everybody could not stand him. Heck, I didn't like him either.
I mean, hell, when he was in WWE, you still saw bits of nasty Nick persona as he was refereeing WCW matches, always trying to be unfair. Now, Charles Robinson, however, there was a little bit of Little H there when he was being favorites, but at the same time, he actually was calling majority of the matches more fairly.
Yeah. Oh, but there was a little bit of corruption there too. There was a little bit in there too. It was sprinkled here and there. Don't get twisted.
You see, I think he thinks he's got Patrick in his hip pocket. That's why, because he said to him, you know who you're counting? It's me.
I still say, you know what I wish, and I don't think that's ever going to happen, for Mike Chioda to come back to WWE. I'm sad about that. That's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, I think he's retired.
He's retired, which is like.
But from what I heard, he's actually teaching people how to become like referees and whatnot.
Oh, he can't.
I think he has his own referee school. I would not mind going to that, but unfortunately, I don't think it's here in New York City. I think it's near his home city. So, I mean, it'd be a bitch to actually move up there just for the wrestling school, for the referee school, and come back down, and then just get ready.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Because the thing is that there's certain organizations that I actually do want to try to referee for, just to get my feet wet and whatnot. One of them is definitely Recombination Wrestling, BCW.
Okay.
I've been to a lot of their events. You've only been to like one or two now, and unfortunately the second one ended very, very abruptly and sadly because of the passing of one Mr. Vince Steele. Shout outs and condolences to the family of Vince Steele. He was a great man, a fighting champion, and we hope that you guys are okay. And we just want you to know that us and the wrestling world are solemnly behind you. We all love you. Many prayers, many blessings to you guys.
Shout out to the whole BCW family because they responded at the drop of a hat. But the only thing that I'm going to make a little, complaint about was when Steele was having complications in the ring. When the referee did this the first time, they didn't respond. I truly think that when the referee did this the first time, if they would have responded quicker, a little bit quicker, that could have been a factor, a changing factor in him passing. I truly think he probably would have still been alive. I truly think because from when we.
If I can interject, it wasn't the fault of BCW. Honestly, it was the fault of the ambulances that they called for because they came mad late. Honestly, if they were there, like right there, like much sooner, I think Vince would still be with us today.
Okay.
It wasn't the fault of BCW. I think it was the fault of the response team. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not blaming for, what I'm saying, because, of course, in the chaos of what was going on, you know what I'm saying, the ring announcer or, whoever else was kind of they were, shocked at what was going on. They didn't know what to do or whatever.
What I want to know is why that one wrestler, after they were trying to stop the match, still went for the pinfall. got it and then walked away like it was still a part of the match. To be perfectly honest, yes, I know it's probably part of the story, but it was kind of, it's a bittersweet victory when one of your own is like suffering. You know what I'm saying?
I think what it was like, I think in that moment, I truly think he didn't know what to do. I think he was confused too. To us, it might look crazy, but I think to that wrestler, I'm gonna give him the grace and say that he was probably confused in that moment. I think he was confused. And oh yeah, side note, yes, Sting won that one. But it was just like in that moment, it was just like it was shocking. It was shocking to everybody.
Right.
Because the way I seen it, he just collapsed. Because I think what it was they thought that when he got kicked, that when he collapsed the way he did, they just thought that he was just like, okay, he got hit by the impact of the kick, and it's like, okay, he's gonna come back to it.
Right.
That's why he did the pinfall, because he didn't realize that he was in distress. He didn't realize that.
Right.
But I think with the referee doing this, that's when everything came into play. Which I think, like I said, shout out to the referee, because the referee was like, hold up, something ain't right.
Right.
Something ain't right. That's why I said, that's why, I was kind of like nitpicking at that, because it only should take the referee once to do this, not twice.
Right.
That was my thing. Like, the minute that's the thing about when you're doing timekeeping or whatever, when you see shit like that, when it's done the first time like this, you gotta stop it, because something is going on.
Exactly.
Something is bad.
Yeah, that's why they usually have EMTs on call at these particular events.
That's what I thought.
But it seems as though there weren't any EMTs ready at the helm at this time. I think in the future, it would be, if possible, they should have at least an EMT. They should have like an ambulance there, just in case there's an injury like that. That way, they'll be able to get them to the hospital as soon as possible. That way, they can be worked on.
You know what I think too? It was the venue itself. I think they should have a venue. They've been around long enough to where they should have a bigger venue, so they can accommodate that type of.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. A lot of independent organizations don't have money like that to shell out for bigger venues.
That's true.
That's the one thing you have to understand.
Okay.
All right? Some independent organizations, they can't be like AEW, TNA, NWA, stuff like that, because they're independent.
That's true.
They're trying to stay out of the bigger limelight and be their own company, not trying to be a part of the bigger machine.
Well, true. I'm just saying, like, knowing how beloved BCW is, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think, they should be, like, how they be having volunteer firefighters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think it should be somebody, because personally me, if I was an EMT or whatever and I was a volunteer, I would literally be, like, their personal, like, emergency person, just for the love of the sport. So if anything was to go down, right then and there, you have access to emergency and everything through me.
Okay. So we were pretty much talking throughout that last match, unfortunately. But Sting did win the vacant WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
However, it was after the NWO jumped in and tried to prevent Sting from winning.
Yeah.
But if you were watching closely, there was one part where Macho Man actually came in with a can of spray paint and clocked Hogan upside the head, giving Sting the win. Macho Man Randy Savage was a part of the NWO at the time, but he was an estranged member.
Oh, so he was one of the ones that Hulk Hogan betrayed.
More like other way around, he betrayed Hogan. But
Whoa.
I want to take you back in time
Okay.
for this third and final match.
Okay.
It is 1990.
Ooh, before I started watching.
WCW's Great American Bash.
Oh, this is probably the Great American Bash where it all started, maybe.
Nope.
Okay.
The Great American Bash started in 1987, I believe.
Ooh.
And I think that was where they had the very first War Games match.
The innovator of the War Games match, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, mind you.
But I want to take you back to the fourth Great American Bash in 1990, and the main event, Nature Boy Ric Flair defending the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against Sting. Now, there were special stipulations for this match.
Okay.
The Steiner brothers, the Dudes with Attitude, and a few others were surrounding the ring to make sure that the Four Horsemen would not interfere in the match.
Lumberjack match.
Somewhat.
Somewhat like that.
Also, Ole Anderson was handcuffed to the big, tall drink of water known as El Gigante, a.k.a.
The Big Show?
the Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, think back to 1993's Royal Rumble. The one who attacked Undertaker. That was him. That was El Gigante's debut in WWF as the Giant Gonzalez. And that would spark the match between Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez at WrestleMania 9.
Okay. That's a lot to unpack. That's a lot. This is just as drama filled as the soap operas that you watched in the middle of the day when you had a half a day of school and you come home and you see it on TV.
Yeah, that's more my mother and her boyfriend every day now. But hey, they're happily retired.
Yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, I can't fault them on that. One day I'll have to retire from dog walking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, right now, next month will be officially my 13th year
Oh my
as a
goodness.
dog walker.
Oh my gosh.
And with that, pretty much it's going to be, I'm pretty much doing this until I can't do it anymore. Because as long as I'm still able to walk, as long as I'm still able to dog walk or whatnot, I'm cool. However, if I'm not going to be able to dog walk anymore, I can't even do any like dog sitting, because dog sitting requires me to actually walk the dogs as well.
Right.
So, if that were to happen, I would have to sell. I would have to, just hang it up and just try to find something else to do. But I digress. The third main event of this live stream that she's gonna watch for the very first time, I've watched so many times, and it's one of my favorite matches in WCW history, is from Great American Bash 1990. Sting challenging Nature Boy Ric Flair for the then NWA, later becoming the WCW, and then in WWE became the World Heavyweight Championship.
I was only three. Three people. Three.
Plus, ladies and gentlemen,
So here we
Ole
go.
Anderson will be handcuffed to the 7'7" El Gigante. Sit back
Um,
and take a deep seat. This is what we came
Is
to
it just
see.
me or is that JR?
That is Jim Ross. Jim Ross used to work for WCW and NWA back in the day before he made the transition to WWF in 1993. WrestleMania 9 was his first big event to call, and it was my very first pay-per-view that I actually watched as a kid when it came to WWF. My first pay-per-view ever that I watched as a kid was WCW's Halloween Havoc 1992, with the main event, Sting versus Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wow.
The very first spin the wheel, make the deal match.
Bruh. Wow, look at this. Look at what Sting is wearing.
Well, there's the Great American Bash, so you know he has to come correct. He coming out with a red, white, and blue sequence jacket.
That makes you wonder, right? With all of these outfits and everything like that, what do these wrestlers do
Look
with
at
them?
the tassels, got the jewels and the sequins all over the jacket. That was a beautiful jacket. They see the Steiner brothers, the dudes with attitude.
See, what I think they should do.
Oh, that's who the other two were. The late greats, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff,
Okay.
WWE Hall of Famer, and WWE Hall of Famer, the late great Junkyard Dog.
Wow. You know what I think they should do? With all the outfits and everything, they should make a museum, a WWE museum of the outfits that the stars wore, that particular outfit, and the history behind that particular outfit in that particular time.
And at this time, Ric Flair was the 6-time world champion. This was his 6th championship reign as world heavyweight champion.
You know what's the one thing that never changed about Ric Flair? His hair.
Well, I mean, later on in life, his hair got a little shorter.
Oh yeah.
It got a little shorter. He was thinning a little bit. He's
Yeah.
thinning a little bit now.
Yeah, he was like on the top of his head, like it's on the top of his head.
Yeah. But he's still styling and profiling as a man his age.
Side
And
note.
he's talking about he wants to come back for one more match. Bruh, stay retired. You are living a good life. Just chill.
You know why he's saying that, right? Is because him and Mike Tyson have their own Livestream, so he probably was high when he said that. Yeah. Just saying. He is upset.
He's not going to be nearly as irate now as he is about right. El Gigante says, you're going back
That
here.
that is a young, late, great Jorge Gonzalez,
Jim Hurd, Executive Vice President of World Championship Wrestling,
known in WWE as the Giant Gonzalez.
And he was big. Did he suffer from giantism?
I mean, they say in WCW he was 7'7". In WWF, they say that he was standing 8 feet tall. I can't really tell. What I can gather, I could probably say that he was maybe at best maybe 7'3", 7'4". So he's probably just as tall as Andre the Giant, I believe. I believe Andre the Giant was like 7'4", 7'5". And he was, I know Andre the Giant, he was dealing with giantism.
Giant, right. So, I'm not
Sorry about that, guys.
Giantism, I knew Giantism is rare. Like,
Question mark, of course, though, is Sting's knee. You know, he's worked hard, he's worked long, he's suffered plenty, but he's not wrestled. He's been working out.
and you know, they said that when Andre the Giant passed away, and of course they cremated him because what? How can he fit in a snared casket like?
There are no caskets that are as big.
Like, even with the urn that he had, the urn was pretty big.
Yeah.
And they sprinkled it on the land that, you know, he had, whatever.
Yeah.
But if y'all go to Google and actually see Andre the Giant's house, his house wasn't like extravagant or whatnot. Andre the Giant lived a simple life. He was a simple guy with a big heart and a big personality. But he lived so simple. It was like, when I seen the pictures of the house, I was like, how can he fit in the door and get in the house? Nonetheless.
Oh, there was one other thing about this match that I should tell you about.
Okay.
Sting was actually returning from a major knee injury.
Oh.
So literally Sting was being very, very careful on how he moved throughout this match because he didn't want to aggravate that injury.
So he wasn't even 100%.
No.
And they cleared it for him to come back in the ring?
He was cleared. He was doing enough so that he would be able to be cleared for this match.
But now they don't play that. They don't play that now because if you're not cleared medically or whatnot, they're not going to let you go in the ring now.
Right. Unless you sign a wholehearted agreement, which would make sure that the company that you work for
is not liable for what happens.
Exactly.
Okay. I think they did that. I think they did. I could be wrong, but I think they did that with Edge, right?
Yes, they did.
I figured that because it just ain't no way that the type of injury that he had after, you know what I'm saying, being gone for so many years and then coming back like he did.
Oh no, see, that's the thing. Edge, Adam Cole, he was gone for 9 years. Came back at that Royal Rumble a couple of years ago.
And I think he won that one, didn't he?
No, actually, he did not.
Oh, okay. But it was extraordinary when he came back that night. Nobody expected him to be in that Royal Rumble.
Yeah, even Michael Cole, you heard in his commentary, he was like, no way. And he was like, oh my!
Yeah.
And we were all going crazy when that happened.
Yeah, and it was just like, I think there was just one of those moments where nobody knew, and I love when they do that. I love when they do that because the only one who really knows about it is the wrestler themselves. Like, the rest, nobody knows. The senior officials, nobody knows, and I love that.
They won't know until the time of it.
Yeah.
Because remember, they're always having the lottery drawing to see who would actually be in what number for the Royal Rumble,
Right.
both men and women. But beforehand, they always go to them and ask if they want to be a part of the Royal Rumble. They did the same thing over the years when it came to people from NXT, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
So now, with men and women in WWE and in NXT being a part of the Royal Rumble, it's like a who's who. What surprise are we in store? Which NXT superstars will actually try to make their break on the main roster being in the Royal Rumble? Which celebrities would actually try to claim their stake in the Royal Rumble and try to go for a title shot at WrestleMania?
Drew Carey?
That was the funniest one. 2001, my favorite Royal Rumble of all time. Freaking Drew Carey came in at number 4. Number 5 was freaking Kane. Number 6 was Raven. Raven came in, saved Drew Carey, and Drew Carey eliminated himself.
I mean, I would if Kane was in the ring. I would say I would too. I'm like, King, my guy, you don't have to eliminate me. I'll eliminate myself. But what am I personally? I'm gonna take it back because it's WrestleMania season.
Big chop now, and that chop took its toll on Sting by the Nature Boy. Who really
Okay, it was the same night as when it was what I call the Battle of the Stunners, right?
You
It was
mean Austin versus
Kevin Owens. That night, they had a what I call a jackass match.
Oh God, Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
Y'all can't tell me that wasn't the funniest shit in the world. And side note, you know Johnny Knoxville won that one, right? But you know why he did it, right? He did it for the love of the sport.
And promote his movie Jackass Forever.
Hey, listen. And it became a hit. I'm saying, because I watched it several times. I'm a Jackass fan. Oh, and shout out to Steve-O for his sobriety. Who does?
So let's get back to the match. Already you see Sting, he's already limping.
Uh-oh.
And you know Ric Flair's
the dirtiest
main finisher to the floor.
Yeah.
He slaps him on Sting, it's over.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Look at that hip toss. But he missed the drop kick.
And you already know. Whatever, and see the thing about Ric Flair was that the fact that Ric Flair always, every time we see somebody injured, he always go for that injured part of the body. Every time.
That's scientific wrestling. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're a submission specialist, if you're a submission wrestler, if you're targeting a specific body part, you go after that body part until your opponent is able to surrender, give up, and give you the match.
That's why I said. That's why when it came to Evolution, that was Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista,
and Triple H.
Now here's what I thought the elements were. Right. Ric Flair was the brainchild. Batista was the power. Randy Orton was the tenacity. And Triple H was the grit. That's what I think.
Sting's using his own move.
Wait, is he using a figure four on Ric Flair?
Yeah, he used it on the master of it.
But on with the bad knee though?
Yep.
That is not wise to do that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he could do a better chop than that. Side note, this was what they used to use as the separation between the audience and the guardrail, which was crazy, which was hilarious because it still didn't stop nobody from going over that guardrail. Where's the other four? And you know what always got me about Ric Flair? He's the only one I knew that was always bleeding from his head. Every time. And that's when, you know what I'm saying, like, I remember the match between him and Stone Cold. That was the first blood match that I ever seen in my life. And that was just, bruh. Uh-oh, there go that knee. He's grabbing that knee.
In any event, Flair took advantage of the moment and swept the leg right out from under it, going right for that injured knee. It isn't only Anderson quiet. Far from ringside. There you see.
And there's the reason again. He's still handcuffed.
And he could just sit there and just like he has no choice but to sit there like that.
Yeah, he's handcuffed to El Gigante.
There now, measuring the knee, right on the knee.
Because in past matches, Ole Anderson always interfered for Ric Flair. Not for this one. This time, Sting's gonna get a fair shake at in this title match.
And mind you, everybody loved Sting. Everybody loved him.
Yep. And it's funny because when Sting came into the business, he was one half of the Blade Runners. His tag team partner was the Ultimate Warrior.
Right, that's the face paint thing.
Yes. However, they saw more in Sting than they did in Warrior, so they kept Sting in the NWA. And Warrior, that's when he made his journey to WWF as the Ultimate Warrior.
Which I think still was a good choice because in their own right, they still became Hall of Famers and everything else.
Yes.
I truly wish that the Ultimate Warrior was still alive because I'm 1,000,000% sure that he would have wanted to see Sting retire as one half of the AEW, I think, tag team champion.
Yes.
I truly think Ultimate Warrior would have wanted to see it, let alone be on stage with him, with his sons. Because they were like really good friends like that. They were. They truly were.
Slapped him in the face, slammed him in the chest.
And now it's funny how they're wearing the same color that night. Sting and Flair, like.
Well, I mean, Flair's tights are a little bit more of a sky blue.
True, but you know, still the blue concept.
His chest is discolored. And Flair is giving all he's got from the knee hold up. Let's see.
Roll press, slam.
Amazingly enough,
I think when Sting transitioned into the Crow persona, I think that was dope. And what was funny was people thought that when Sting transitioned into that, they thought he was going to be healed.
Yeah, because, I mean, he was wearing the colors of the NWO at the time. They all thought that he was turning heel. Oh,
No,
he was pretty much a tweener. He was distancing himself from everyone else. He wanted to be his own man. He wanted to go out and do his own thing. And with that, he was rewarded with a championship match at Starrcade 97, which was one of the greatest moments in WCW history when he won that night.
Standing vertical suplex. Sting on top. 1, 2. Flair kicks out.
Again in the count of 2. And again the champion refuses to be blocked.
Flair back in the corner. Irish whip. Sting now. Look at him.
Stinger splash.
Oh, wait!
Oh my God, they're standing now in anticipation.
Uh-oh, what is he about to do?
Scorpion Deathlock.
A Scorpion Deathlock?
The Scorpion Deathlock is a different variation of the sharpshooter.
He's got him in a scorpion. How much longer?
Uh-oh.
Here
Here comes the Horseman.
Oh, but the Lumberjacks are helping them out.
Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and the late great Hall of Famer Sid.
Okay,
Actually, all of them are Hall of Famers. Like,
Wait.
forgot about that.
Wyndham. That name sounds familiar.
Barry Windham.
How much longer can Flair hold on? He's in the ropes.
He's Bray Wyatt's uncle.
Right!
The damage. The
I
Scorpion.
knew that name sounded familiar.
The heavyweight champion of the world has trouble
Barry
standing.
Windham, a former United States champion, former multi-time tag team champion. One or two of those times it was with the current one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions and 1/3 of the Ring of Honor 6-man World Tag Team Champions,
6.
the Natural Dustin Rhodes.
Okay. Yeah, aka Goldust, maybe?
Formerly known as
Goldust.
He's been that close several times.
Oh. Speaking of Wyndham, shout out to the family of Bray Wyatt.
The Rotunda family.
That too.
That's the family.
Okay.
The family name is Rotunda.
Okay. Oh yeah. For Bray Wyatt's family being under the Legends contract. But here's my problem. If that is the case, then why isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
We've been over this. It was the family's discretion that last year they didn't put him in the Hall of Fame. They're taking their time with it.
I'm just beefing because, you know.
You shouldn't have anything to beef with. Just respect their wishes.
I get it. Because it's still fresh. I remember when I found out. Oh, he won.
He beat him with an inside cradle. And this was Sting's first world championship. One of 9, technically. Yeah, one of 9 in WCW.
And you know what? I think one of my relatives was there at the time. I think my cousin was there. God bless his soul. Because I remember I have a family member that loves wrestling to death too. And she was talking about how they actually had tickets. I could be wrong, but they actually had tickets to the show. But the problem was the time that she was driving, she got into a car accident. So at the last minute, her husband, God bless his soul, he had the tickets physically. He was already at the venue.
Right.
So, so the other person, which was, one of my other family members, went there, and they didn't know what to do. So they ended up going to this here. And I was like, okay, that's an interesting story.
Check behind him.
Why is that dope? His hair's on fire. I love it. Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's super dope. That's super dope. Oh, look, check out a dog. I met one of his family members in Pensacola, by the way.
His daughter?
Yeah. Oh my God, she is the most nicest thing on earth.
My mouth is really dry, so try and understand what I'm going to say. Ric Flair is the greatest world champion of all time. Me, on the other hand, I'm a champion tonight and tonight only. I've got some big shoes to fill in Ric Flair's shoes. Although we may have our differences, all I have to say is I'm going to do the best that I can do. And that's it.
A class act. He's always been a class act. Sting has always been a class act. Always.
This has to be the happiest moment of your life, isn't it?
Ric Flair was a champion 6 times with the help of the Horseman every time. He's truly a great champion. I know you don't want to hear it, maybe some of you, but it's true. It's a big accomplishment for the Stinger in his short career. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Stinger.
Okay.
New NWA Heavyweight Champion. Now back
My
to
personal opinion of this match.
It's been everything we thought it would be. These great fans here in Baltimore.
This was a way of a lumberjack match. I think that this was dope for Sting and for the Nature Boy.
that he was going to have to live up to what the Nature Boy had done.
I think that
Here's in the ring right above us. Fans are just about out of time.
it
We have our new World's Heavyweight Champion crowned here tonight. Remember, our next pay-per-view.
it was interesting to see them two in the ring because it's like two totally it's two totally different styles of wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Two totally different styles. It's like, you know, we have submission and we have tenacity. I truly think, and it was just interesting to see because, you know, I'm pretty sure that everybody at the time was calling Ric Flair old. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it was like, and Sting was the young gun at the time.
Yep.
So it was like, can Ric Flair keep up?
Well, I mean, at this time, Ric Flair wasn't even that old.
I know, but, you know, Ric Flair's been there longer than Sting.
Well, yeah, I mean, to this very day, a lot of people still talk about the match he had with the late, great American Dream Dusty Rhodes.
Right.
And I believe that was in 81 or 82.
Ooh.
That it was Dusty Rhodes that won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship from Ric Flair at that time. So, you know, when you see someone like a Ric Flair, you see someone like Dusty Rhodes actually go at it.
Yeah.
That's what makes people, young and old, really appreciate the sport of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, when you have that good story that turns into one of the biggest matches in wrestling history,
Yeah.
that's when you know, as a wrestling fan, you've come into such a time where wrestling was great.
Yeah.
The same thing can be said when it came to The Rock and Austin.
Yeah.
Or, you know, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, God, that was great. That was great.
Or, like, say, I'll even take it back to a match that we will see next time on our next live stream together, which will come from WrestleMania 7, the career-ending match between the late greats Macho King Randy Savage and the Ultimate Warrior. Whoever loses, their career is over.
And I can take a wild guess whose career ended.
I can't tell you on that one. You're just gonna have to tune in next time when we actually do that match as one of our live reactions. But until then, time is up for right now. We gave you 3 great matches to react to. Unfortunately, we were talking through a lot of them, but still, we had a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in. When you get a chance, like, subscribe, comment down below on your favorite matches of all time, be it WCW, ECW, WWE, Ring of Honor, AEW, from any organization. Let us know who your favorite wrestlers are as you were growing up. Excuse me. And, you know, please, a little donation goes a long way. Sadly, my laptop died, so I mean, I would love a little bit of help to try to get a new laptop. That way, I'll be able to give you guys more, especially when it comes to editing. But for right now, these live reactions are the best I can do for right now on my phone. And again, I just want to, you know, the reason why I asked to donate isn't because, you know, I'm greedy or anything like that. I actually want to show you guys what your donations actually go to when it comes to me getting stuff for the podcast that I'm gonna possibly gonna be returning in the near future. What else? Of course, going to cons and giving you guys interviews with some of either the con goers or with some of the staff or the guests there themselves. and I just want to try to do as much as possible with you guys, and your donations would definitely help greatly. So, for my friend Kendra, this is your boy NegroYasha's signing off. We will see you next week for the next live stream. And actually, no, we will actually reconvene on Saturday.
Yes, we will.
We're gonna give you guys more matches
Yes.
that we're gonna be reacting to,
Mm-hmm.
and I think starting next week
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be reacting to a few matches leading up to WrestleMania 41,
Ooh.
and I believe the first match
Ooh.
for the WrestleMania reactions that I'm going to show you
Uh-huh.
will be from the very first WrestleMania, the main event, the tag team match, Mr. T and then WWF Champion Hulk Hogan versus Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, God rest his soul, and of course, God rest this gentleman's soul, the late great Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Ooh. That's been a while since I've seen that one.
We will be reacting to that as one of the first few matches leading up to WrestleMania 41
Ooh.
on the weekend of April 19th and 20th. So we hope that we will see you guys then. And until then, for my friend Kendra, this is your boy NegroYasha signing off. And as always, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, always and forever remember to wash your ass!